Hi there, just trying to get set up and get my phone ready. And we'll be starting the video here in a minute. And I can go over today with my workshop. Hi there. Who is that? Hi, Sylvia. I'm hanging on. All right. That's probably better, maybe. I'm waiting while we get connected to the other site that we are doing this video through. Good afternoon. Is it Edward? Oh, Ed. Hi, Ed. You know, the fun part about being over 65 is that you have to wear these reading glasses so I can see the phone, but then I can't see my notes. So, you know, I'm kind of juggling that. Hi, Nicole. Hello. We're just getting set up and waiting for people to join. And I'm Karen Goodson, and you're tapping into the Numerology workshop, which is Numerology for 2021 and what is in store. So I'm just waiting for all the connections and everybody to join us. Let me know if the room's too dark or if you can't hear me. Hello. Hi, Riza. Lots of people joining, and tell your friends. I will try to answer the questions. I will be back and forth with the glasses, so I apologize with wrestling with these if there's any kind of glare and you see my messy desk through my eyeglasses. But hi, Katie. Again, this is Karen Goodson, and today we're going to be talking about numerology for 2021. But first, for those of you who don't know me, I don't know if there's anybody that will be joining, but it's also being taped, so probably later. I've been doing numerology for over 33 years, and it talks to me, the numbers talk to me like music. Each year, I try to look at things like, what's the energy of the next year going to be bringing us? Because we have what we call a universal year that is kind of like an, I talk with my hands in case you see this going on, a universal year that is the umbrella over all the other numbers that you have in your chart. With 2021 fast approaching, there's things that I've been looking at, and it's not going to come as a surprise to anyone, I don't think, that 2021 is a year of change. Now, that is not just because of this election we've just gone through and the COVID that we're still walking through, but the numerological number for the universal year is the 5. And the 5, how I get that is 2 plus O plus 2 plus 1, that's 5. The number of 5 means freedom, and it means change. How is that going to affect us? Well, when I look at the universal year, I look at how it influences each one of us in our own personal year, because we each have a personal year that we're walking through. And then on top of that, we've got this influence from this 5 that's coming up next year. It says change, change, change. Depending on how well you deal with change, is how well you're going to deal with next year, because we have a lot coming up. What I would like you to do first, so that the rest of this is going to make sense, let's figure out your own personal year. And you do that by taking your month of birth, your day of birth, and you're adding it to 2020. We're just going to figure everybody had their birthday already this year, so we're going to figure it to 2020. Mine's March 23rd, so I'm going to add 3 plus 2 plus 3, okay? So that's 3 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm in a 3-year. I add all the numbers together. I added March 23rd to 2020. I'm in a 3-year. If I were in a 3-year as of my birthday in 2021, that's the influence I'm going to look at. How does that 5 overlay, how does that overlay of change affect me? So I'm going to go through, I'm going to let you all calculate your personal year. What are you going to be in either 2020 or 2021, your birthday of 2021? How is that year of change going to influence you? All right. So let's say, for example, you are in a 1 year. You had a birthday hitting into 2021 or carrying over into 2021. You step into the physical year of 2021, which is January to December, and you're bringing with it your personal year, which runs from your birthday to your birthday. Now, if you start that 1 year, your 1 year is all about new beginnings, making decisions, starting something new. But that influence of the universal 5-year, which is all about change, adds together, we add them together, and it brings us the 6 energy, which is about family. So a lot of the change that's going to happen for you, if you're in a 1 personal year, is going to be related to your family. I hope this is making sense. And if you have questions, I will try to watch those and catch them as they come up. And so we looked at the 1. Make sure that you pay attention to any family concerns as you step into 2021. For those of you that are in 1 year, there's decisions to be made, and it's going to be related to your family. If you are entering into a 2 personal year, now 2s are about relationships. And in a 2 year, especially with the universal year of 5 added to it, the year of change, 2 about relationships, what it's telling me is things are going to move a lot slower than you want them to. There's going to be a sense of needing to go within a lot more, because the influence of the 5 over the 2 makes a 7, which is about being in the cave and being reflective. You're going to need to draw on a lot more patience in your relationships with others, and really, pay attention to how your decisions impact those that you're in a relationship with. You're going to seem a little less social in the next year if you're in a 2 year with the 5 influence. Now, if your personal year is a 3, and the 3 year is actually, usually a lot of fun. 3 is the creative communication. It's a time when all these ideas are stirring and you want to just get out there and apply them and do something new and fun and joyous. Well, we add that 5 energy, that 5 universal change energy to the 3, and we have the 8 energy. And when you're influenced by an 8, it's about setting goals, making goals, achieving things. So that creativity that you have is going to be probably put into play more in your career. I see you having all these creative ideas related to your career. Someone was asking me a question here about they just recently had a birthday. Okay, if you just had a birthday, your next birthday is not until the end of next year. So whatever your birthday is, your month and day plus 2020, that will be your personal year from this birthday until next birthday. And then we're talking about how, in addition to that particular number, the overlay of 5 will affect you. Okay, is that all right, John? Okay. Now, let's talk about the 4 year. I don't know if anyone's currently in a 4 personal year. The 4 personal year in itself, without the overlay, is really about work, hard work. It is about making a plan and reassessing your goals. And when I add that 5 energy over that, we have the 4 and the 5, we have the 9. And this is a time where you really need to take stock of your life and of your goals. And it's a time to reassess plans. It's time to let go of any unfinished projects. A 9 energy is about closing doors, closure and release. So that energy that's what will present itself in a 4-year for you. Now, when we step into 2021 and we are in a 5-year, and now we have that 5 influence, well, anybody that's in a 5-year, when you step into a 5-year, you're going to have a year that's really, really busy. There's a lot of change going on. It could be changing jobs. You could be moving, changing relationships. And a 5-year traditionally, depending on how well you did during your 4-year, if you saved money, if you planned well, then 5 years can be a lot of fun. If you didn't, then instead of choosing to leave a job for a better job, you may get booted or the company may go under. Instead of choosing to move or go on this long fun trip, you could be forced to move because something happened to the landlord or the bank or whoever owns the house. So hopefully that makes sense. Now we add an additional 5 there, and we have the influence of 1. And 1 is dynamic. Again, 1's about making decisions, if you remember when I was talking earlier. So if you're in a 5-year with the 5 universal influence, this adds a level of action and a drive to really implement your ideas in this particular year. Now we're going to move on to the 6. Does anybody have any questions? I know I'm just kind of rambling, and some people understand some of these numbers, and if you have questions, just stop me and ask them and I will answer the questions. All right. If you if you just joined me, I've asked everyone to take their month and their day of birth and add it to 2020. 2020 is a 4, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0, so that's a 4. So add your month, day, and year and reduce, and keep adding and reducing until you have 1 single digit, okay? And we're looking at that personal year, because it's going to extend you into next year more than likely, how the overlay or the energy of 2021 is going to affect you. Let's see, April, add your birth month plus your birthday plus current year. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, April. All right. If you entered a 6 personal year, and 6 personal years are about family, people need more of your time. That could be work related, that could be friend related, but generally speaking, it is more time that you have to commit to family for whatever reasons. That's what a 6-year is usually about. And with the 5 overlay, that takes us to what I call a master number 11. And that asks, how can you be in service at a greater level? So as you're entering 2021, this year of change, just know that there are going to be things that arise for you that are going to call to your heart, and the universe is asking you to step in and serve in a bigger way. Raza, let me see what your question is here. Raza, you'll be in a personal 5-year until your birthday in April, and then a 6. So you need to pay attention to both the 5 and the 6. So for you, entering a 5-year, and you add the universal 5, then you're this one energy, which is about making some decisions. And then when you're in the 6-year, okay, the 6-year adding the 5, you're in that 11, you're going to be in service, going to be called to be in service or reaching out to more people in a bigger way. So a traditional 6-year would be just about being in service, and maybe you're going to go down and feed the homeless, or you're going to help serve meals on Thanksgiving. And 11 energy, the 5 plus the 6, brings you to a place to where you're looking at, what can I do that's going to impact things globally? What can I do that's going to impact things and make a difference in a bigger way? I hope that makes sense. Excuse me. I know I talk really fast. Tell me if I need to slow down any. Okay. If you're entering into a 7 personal year, bless your heart, I'll just say that. 7 personal years, once every 9 years, because the numerology I practice goes in 9-year cycles. Once every 9 years, you're given a year to where the universe says, okay, take this year to reflect. Take this year as a year off from your busy life and rest, take a class, build yourself and grow emotionally and mentally. All right? That's what the 7 year that you'll be entering into is. When we add that overlay of 5, we have 7 plus 5, 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we have a 3 energy that's going to be in your ear all year. 3 being that creative communicator. So while you're taking these classes and you're processing and deepening your spiritual life and looking at your own rest and your own self-growth and how you can contribute, this extra boost of energy gives you all these creative ideas. That's a real good combination for the 7 is to have this 5 energy of change coming forward. All right. If you are entering an 8 personal year, wow, it is a busy year. So you left your 7 year birthday to birthday, you left your 7 year of rest and reflection, self-reflection, and you enter into this 8 busy year, which is about goal setting and goal achievement and taking on more responsibility, making more money. It's a very busy, successful year, but it's nose to the grindstone, a lot of work, a lot of energy happening in an 8 year traditionally. So we look at the universal 5, the 5 being added, which brings us to what I call a 4 level. And the 4 is going to ask you to manage your health. It's going to ask you to slow down just a little bit. You're still going to work very, very hard, and you're going to reap the benefits of that hard work. Consider it building your foundations for your own future. I think that's a good way to look at the 8 with the 5 overlay. And then our last number that I'm going to look at is our 9 our 9 personal year, sorry. And a 9 personal year is considered the closing of a cycle. Since in numerology I practice, we go through 9-year cycles. Once you finish your 9 year, you start over again at a 1. A 9 year is about closure and endings, letting go, release, letting go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You may see your best friend move to Florida. You may decide, or it be decided for you, to leave a job or a relationship. All those kinds of things come to light in a 9 year. Now, when we add the 5 energy to it, okay, when we add our, somebody said they just missed something. This is being recorded, so you should be able to pull them back up at the KC Metaphysical vendor site. Click on my picture, and I think they'll have it linked, or you can go to my page on Facebook. All right, so we add the 5 to the 9, and this is an excellent time for transitioning your life. So I'm going to look at my notes I made last night. So with the 5 energy, it's going to drive you to make some big changes in your life. More than any other year, it is a time to move, time to change careers. It's a time to be curious for you. A lot of people asked me on the 2021, what else is coming up? You know, Karen, you're a psychic. Do you know what's coming up? There's a lot I've seen. There is a lot I've seen with what's happening with 2021. And, I can just tell you to hold on to your, put your seatbelts on, because you thought this year was a little crazy. Next year is going to be crazy in a whole different way. there's a lot of change happening that is going to force us to reassess our values, our prosperity, our goals, our trust issues. We'll definitely have to re-look at who we've put our trust into, and is that mislaid trust or is that valid trust? So there's a lot of the energies of the 5 that are going to come up. The year of change is definitely going to impact you. If you have any questions, I'm open to questions. Let's see. We got a 6 here. We've got an 8. Let me look through some of these questions. Hold on a second. Hi, Pat. April, thanks for your help. Okay. Did everyone get and understand you're a 3, Mallory? Okay. So you're a 3, and that's birthday to birthday. And then we have the 5 overlay for next year, which is you're going to have that 8 energy, which is really going to be impacting you in the career aspect. So hang on to your seatbelt. Things will be moving really fast in your career. Well, I hope I answered some of your questions. I'm not going to give any doom and gloom predictions for 2021. I know there's a lot of people that have want to go in depth more into their own personal year, and I'd be glad to talk to you. Just come on over and book a reading, and we'll talk, for a little bit and get into some more depth and detail. Just know that numbers are the language of the universe, and numbers influence you at every single turn. Add them up, reduce them, and then look, what is the personality of your home? What is the personality of your business? What is your loved one going through, or maybe that coworker that you're just getting under your skin? Maybe they're in a personal year where they're going through this time of endings, and you're go in this time of beginning, and so maybe you're not speaking to each other's listening. So there's a lot to be aware of, and a lot that you can do with knowing your personal year. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope I see some of you later at the reading table. And my name's Karen Goodson with Numbers by Karen, and we'll catch up soon. Bye-bye.